pigs running wild and tearing up yards.
It was like a mini bulldozer. I couldn't believe it.
See what Irving Animal Services is doing to tackle this pig problem, and our video of the biggest one ever caught in Irving. Irving hotels are hosting some of the Super Bowl's biggest VIPs.
We are so excited.
Our big game coverage also examines security.
It's a time for us to show what we have and to show the capabilities of our city.
Plus the push to improve State Highway 183 and getting paid to be fit. This is City Source. Wild pigs are on the prowl, and Irving Animal Services is on the case. Hello and welcome to City Source. I'm Thomas Gandy. How they are capturing the hogs coming up. But first, Super Bowl 45. It is now just days away, and Irving is proud to be among the host cities. We're covering this big story from several angles, beginning with security. City Source reporter Ashley Roberts is near Cowboy Stadium looking at that. Hi, Ashley.
Hi, Thomas. Here in Arlington, some of the streets around Cowboy Stadium are already closed. As we get closer to Super Bowl Sunday, we will see more signs of security. Law enforcement officers want everyone to know that they have done the planning and are prepared.
We're ready and willing.
That's the message these public safety teams are spreading as they show off some of the gear they will be using to protect fans and teams at Super Bowl 45.
We've been planning for this for the last couple of years.
Irving police brought out the motorcycles they will be using. They are just part of the city's response. One of the teams and many VIPs will be staying in Irving.
We've been tasked with security for those teams and providing escorts to the teams and the official, both to the game and throughout the DFW or to their different practice facilities.
This is our unmanned aircraft.
Arlington police showed off this small camera-equipped helicopter that officers are learning to use.
As you're aware, the Super Bowl is awarded to North Texas region.
While the big game is in Arlington, many agencies are working together to make the game a safe one.
It's been a collaborative effort throughout the region, and to pull off something of this magnitude, we could not do it by ourselves.
We have a state, a local, federal law enforcement agencies that we've had to work with.
The Mark 5A robot.
The latest technology in explosives handling will be on site.
We'd rather send this robot downrange instead of a person.
But some of the best explosives detectors don't involve technology at all. This is Charlie, who works for the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms.
That dog right there can actually sniff out 19,000 different explosives.
The FBI evidence response team will be on site to investigate anything that does blow up.
We've actually used this device to collect scent off of explosive material.
While there is a lot to see from the agencies involved, law officers say there is even more going on behind the scenes.
There'll be a lot of security measures that you can see for Super Bowl, but there'll be a tremendous amount of security measures that you can't see.
They can't talk about everything they're doing, but they do want to make one message very clear.
We just want people to know we are prepared, and we're here. We're going to take care of anything that happens to arise. We don't think there will be anything, but if it does, we're prepared to take care of it.
Authorities say the planning that they've done for Super Bowl Sunday will only strengthen their response to natural disasters and other emergencies that we may face here in North Texas. In Arlington, Ashley Roberts for City Source.
All right, thank you, Ashley. The Super Bowl is expected to have a more than $600 million economic impact in our region. Irving will get its share from packed restaurants and hotels. Consider these numbers from the Super Bowl Host Committee. The average attendee will spend 4 nights in a hotel and spend about $1,750 while here. 2 Irving hotels will play an especially important role. I stopped by both to see how they are preparing.
Welcome to the Omni Mandalay.
This particular property has the privilege of hosting the NFC champs, and we are so excited. So we will have the team here, so the players, coaches, and then their friends and families.
What are we going to see right here outside?
Well, one of the visuals that you'll see that goes along with hosting the NFC champs will be, they'll be wrapping all of the columns, as well as windows will be wrapped, so you will be able to see, looking at the hotel, that there's something very special going on inside.
How much planning has gone into this?
We have been planning for over a year.
So this is the private entrance for the team?
This is the private entrance for the team. We want to just host a phenomenal event and just have great exposure and great visibility for the region.
Our role will be to house many of the NFL owner groups.
And even though you'll see a lot of activity out here like we see today, there's even more in the kitchen, right?
There's a lot more in the kitchen.
We expect a lot of customers to come and hopefully eat with us.
Some fun menus planned?
Oh yes. Tailgate, obviously. We got some special recipes with our briskets, our hamburgers and so on.
And I understand there are also some special pastries too that we might be able to see?
Oh yeah, you got to see that. I apply a molten chocolate mass here. This is like no sugar added, there's just bitter chocolate right here. I apply this onto the silk screen and I push it through with a squeegee onto acetate. More chocolate around it, and that's going to be their memory.
I'm sure the fans will love it.
I think they will.
Our role is to be an ambassador, really, for the city of Irving, because any time that you can put Irving on an international stage is great for business.
The Convention and Visitors Bureau will be working to project the city's positive image. The Super Bowl host committee says more than half of all attendees are key decision makers within their companies. That's why the Bureau will be eager to show off the brand new Irving Convention Center at Las Colinas as a location for business meetings and conventions. The more than $130 million facility opens on January 27th for State of the City. Crews are wrapping up their work on the facility. And nearby at the Urban Towers, people have turned out for several job fairs. They filled out applications for the position of cook, server, bartender, and more. Applicants then had on-the-spot interviews. This month's Irving Living takes you inside the convention center for a tour. Watch it here on ICTN Monday at 5:30 p.m. Switching gears now to a look at the city of Irving's pig problem. It's something that a lot of communities across the country are now dealing with. Hogs are on the move, and some residents have had their yards torn up by the animals.
The first damage that was done was kind of over in this area.
The LaVales woke up one morning to find their lawn torn up, with holes up to 10 inches deep.
It was like a mini bulldozer. I couldn't believe it.
And it appeared that there had been some vandalism.
Irving police responded, then animal control. An officer found this hoof print that confirmed it was not vandals who were to blame.
It was, in fact, hogs.
Okay, so y'all live in the middle of one of the biggest metropolitan areas in the country, and you find out you have wild hogs in your neighborhood.
Well, it's the last thing you'd think would damage your yard.
The hogs came back 2 more times.
This is the area up there by the house. That was the third time that they hit. They had gone so deep that they had destroyed an area of the sprinkler system.
Irving Animal Services started investigating. This is some of the first video officers captured in October. They were surprised by what they saw. Huge, mature pigs and many newborns running wild.
We did an assessment. That's where we discovered, hey, we don't only have 10 pigs. We recognized the magnitude of the problem, so we stepped up our capture techniques.
Wild pigs have been living here along the Trinity River for as long as anyone can remember. So what made them just recently start charging into neighborhoods? Overpopulation may be one reason. Another may be the weather. After storms last fall, the river level rose and the pigs sought higher ground.
That's our theory, and then when the river receded and it got good in there, they didn't want to give up their new hunting grounds.
So Animal Services set up small traps on land near the river. Baited with corn, they can work well to capture smaller pigs like these. But the bigger hogs,
they just move the traps around to get to the corn, you know? They're that smart, just shove it around.
Animal Services needed a bigger trap. Crews built this one.
This is our main, our permanent hog trap where you catch multiple ones at a time. And it's triggered off of some cables that we have inside there. So they go in to eat some corn and hit with a cable and it shuts the door behind them there.
This trap has captured more than 20 pigs at a time. The traps are necessary because
they have no natural predators. Only the little bittiest ones, the little small ones, can be prey for coyotes. And once the pig gets above 30 pounds, there's nothing gonna prey on them, nothing gonna eat them.
Look at what we saw when we checked out the trap a couple of weeks ago.
This weigh-in is the biggest one we've caught to date.
This boar was later weighed and came in at 329 pounds.
So he might be the granddaddy of what's been happening. He's used to ruling the roost.
Even though he made it in the trap, it proved to be a challenge to get him out. The animals are generally afraid of humans, so we moved around the trap to drive him toward the trailer.
It's not an exact science. Hip, hip.
Irving Animal Services has gotten offers from hunters to help control the pig population, but hunting is illegal in the city. After some prodding, this boar heads for the trailer.
Get the gate, Ryan, get the gate.
This boar and the other wild pigs captured in the city are sent to a meat processing plant following state guidelines.
The recommended procedure is that the animals be euthanized or destroyed.
And if we do not do more to mitigate the number of hogs in this state, we will have a continual growing problem.
The state of Texas says feral hogs cause about $400 million in damage each year.
There are very few counties in the state that do not have some form of remnant of hog populations, and where hogs occur, damage occurs.
Researchers say the animals can contribute to the spread of E. coli and are predators of valuable species. So the state launched a campaign to get rid of them.
The goal is, if we will do this statewide on a targeted, time-specific basis, there'll be no place for them to hide, and we really can get the hog out of Texas.
In fact, far out of Texas. Some of the meat is exported to Europe. Money raised from selling it is donated to the city's Animal Assistance Fund. That money helps pay for surgery that can save the lives of sick dogs and cats and help pet owners who are struggling.
It could be we offer some Irving goes, we'll help spay your animals, or treat your heartworm.
Irving Animal Services has captured about 200 feral pigs so far.
Since we first started, we've really improved our technique.
Even so, officers know there are still many more out there, angry and stubborn. They will continue to set out traps.
It'll be something that you do the rest of your career. They do breed really well, and they have a high survival rate in the young. They have a very nice amount of water in the Trinity River coming through.
The city's response has been proactive from the very beginning.
As their grass begins to grow back, the LaVales can see the difference Animal Services is making.
I think they have the upper hand.
They do.
Yeah.
The LaVales haven't seen a pig on their lawn in about 2 months.
We still have a propensity to check. Just about every night. If I'm going down the hall or something, I'll look out to see if, have we been visited again?
They repaired some costly damage, but now have a sense of humor about their encounter with wild hogs.
I mean, if I could only have an armadillo or a possum now, I would be so thankful.
Well, I don't know that anyone wants those either, but here's what the city of Irving recommends if you see a wild hog. Keep in mind, it's probably afraid of you. Even so, it's not a good idea to approach it. Call Animal Services, and remember that it is illegal to shoot one in the city. Animal Services is also taking steps to control the population of pit bulls. It is again teaming up with Arlington-based charity Respectable to host a 2-part workshop called Fix a Bull. The first 50 pit bull owners who attend a class could come back later in the week to have their dog spayed or neutered and get free vaccines, microchip, and more. The class is at 4 p.m. on Saturday, February 12th at Irving's Animal Care Campus. Then the Spay and Neuter Clinic is Thursday, February 17th. Registration is required. Call 817-487-2226 or visit respectable.com. If you have driven on State Highway 183 in Irving, chances are good that you may have gotten in a traffic jam and noticed that there isn't always much to see outside your window. While TxDOT is taking on the highway issue, the city of Irving is working to improve the area around it. As the owner of Metro Volkswagen, Bob Hagestad has a lot of questions.
Do you drive a Volkswagen?
No, I don't.
Oh, I'm not talking to you.
Beyond trying to get more drivers in the cars he's selling, many of his questions lately focus on making sure customers can get to his business on State Highway 183. TxDOT has plans to expand the roadway to relieve traffic. It will be 12 lanes, some of them tolled.
We just hope that when they get through, it's still good for business.
While TxDOT tackles the highway project, the city of Irving is working to make sure the land around 183 is also improved.
The specific goal is to have a higher quality of development along that corridor than what we saw developed back in the 60s and 70s when 183 was first developed.
The city is recommending guidelines for businesses to follow.
The types of landscaping that be required, the types of land uses that be permitted, the way the buildings look, the way the sites are designed.
In February, Irving City Council members will be asked to approve the guidelines that city employees have developed over the past year and a half.
Thank you very, very much for y'all's thoughtful planning on this. I appreciate it.
Throughout the process, meetings like this one have given a chance for business owners and nearby residents to provide their input.
And then as a result of those meetings, as a result of listening to the voice of the customer, we've made a lot of changes from the first draft.
Compromises have eased rules for vacant properties, overhead utility wires, and car dealers.
We have worked with them to establish standards that they're comfortable with.
All my children were raised here in Irving, so I've seen Irving develop.
Longtime resident Manuel Benavidez is interested in the impact in his South Irving neighborhood, and that's not all.
I'm also concerned about all this funding that is going to take.
The Texas Department of Transportation had been buying up land along 183 and demolishing buildings to make way for the expanded highway. But as far as other work goes,
well, currently there is no funding for the actual construction of the highway itself.
City leaders will be monitoring TxDOT's push during this legislative session to get the project funded. At this point, it's impossible to say when highway construction will begin. We do know that work on sound walls and a service road near J.C. Park will begin this spring.
So we will see some initial construction, but again, just sound walls and the frontage roads.
In the meantime, residents and business owners seem optimistic that the city's work to improve the land along State Highway 183 with consistent development guidelines will make a difference.
Hopefully this will bring new business to Irving.
If you would like to watch that story or any others again, check out our website, cityofirving.org. Many of our latest stories are available on the homepage. We're always adding new and web-exclusive stories to our YouTube site. Go to youtube.com/thecityofirving to watch our stories there. You can also find our reports on iTunes, so you can download them to your iPod or iPhone to watch on the go. The group Keep Irving Beautiful is getting ready for the Great American Cleanup. This year's event will be at Trinity View Park. Along with the effort to pick up trash and recyclable material on land, as we've seen in the past, this year there will be a twist. Volunteers will be invited to go in the Trinity River on kayaks to pick up trash in the water. The Great American Cleanup is Saturday, March 5th from 9 a.m. until noon. Register online at rockthegreen.org. What is your New Year's resolution? Chances are good that it had something to do with fitness or weight. The City of Irving has a program giving employees incentives to stick to those resolutions year-round and be healthy. They are getting in the zone.
0 hours here, so I'm going to go for it.
And stretching out.
I'm feeling good.
Because these City of Irving employees know what's ahead.
It's going to be very challenging.
They are preparing to take the iWin fitness test.
I've been working out, so I'm hoping to do pretty good.
183.
Many of these team members have taken the test before and are already enjoying the rewards from $50 to $150 per month.
I did 50, so I'm hoping that I can try at least to go for 100.
Well, the money is a pretty big motivator for me.
For me, it's about the fitness. The money's good, but, I mean, you can't beat your health, you know.
If at any time you feel lightheaded, sick, nauseated, please give us the sign that things are not going good.
The test will be grueling. A half day of events to test fitness.
That 300 meters is pretty rough.
What about those push-ups and sit-ups? What about that?
Well, first up for us, we're going to go over and do the 1.5 mile run.
I think the most demanding physically and mentally is the 1.5 miles.
That 1.5 miles is the first event.
I'm ready to run.
All right, everybody step on.
Good luck. Good luck.
Hey, everybody ready? Go.
Here they come. Here comes the first lap.
It's not a sprint. This is a test of endurance.
Keeping up their pace, just keeping it going.
3:55.
Employees run 6 laps in all.
Yeah, that's it. 16:31.
Those who finished the fastest went back in a show of encouragement to
run with one who fell behind the pack.
There you go, there you go, there you go, there you go. There you go. Oh man, it was grueling, it was punishing, but I was determined to do it. Go, 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 go.
That support was also evident at the next event, the bench press.
It's teamwork. It's all teamwork.
Some here don't have much experience with weights. Even so,
everybody's 100% behind each other.
The vertical jump means they're reaching the halfway point.
My legs are kind of weak from the run.
But they're keeping their eyes on the prize.
Oh yeah, money is a big incentive.
When you come up, elbows have to hit either your knees.
With fatigue setting in, it's time for sit-ups, and the rules are strict.
When you come down, your shoulder blades have to hit the mat.
Did I get the 8?
Yeah, I give you 48.
It was very tough. I'm not used to doing my sit-ups that way.
Man, time for push-ups.
When you come down, your chest must hit this block. If your knees hit the ground, you are done.
Go. The push-ups are underway, and everyone has a big goal in mind. Lou Zavala just wants to beat her result from last year.
It's kind of embarrassing, but I did only one push-up, and that was it.
Oh!
She did better this time around.
Well, I did 7, so I'm happy. I'm excited. All right.
There is still one more test to go. It's back to the track for the 300-meter run. This is their last chance to earn points toward those cash rewards. Regardless of the time they cross the finish line, they can all be proud of completing the test.
Excellent job, gentlemen.
I should have done it a long time ago.
As they head back to work, some of them realize the biggest challenge may still be ahead, and that's changing lifestyle habits.
I really wanted to see my daughter graduate from college, and it just put a scare into me.
Health concerns prompted Maria Williams to start the iWin program.
I actually did the fitness test and completed that at the level 2. So I'm getting a little extra money for that, just to, it's an extra added incentive.
She and her daughter adopted a workout plan. She has found the rewards are more than financial.
I was diabetic, and with this iWin program, I was able to accomplish controlling my blood sugar and not having to take my medicine anymore.
She says she also feels more alert at work.
It does enhance your work productivity.
Now 50 pounds lighter, she loves the reaction she gets from people who haven't seen her for a while.
What I joke about is that I actually now have a neck. I used to not have a neck. It used to be a head and body. And, people have definitely noticed the difference.
She is thrilled with her results and encourages others to start making changes too.
I just hope I'm a motivation.
Employees can also earn rewards through showing outstanding results in biometric tests, which check body fat percentage, cholesterol, and other things. Those results reveal risk factors for chronic illnesses are going down.
Those risk factors have been reduced over 13% as an overall organization, meaning that we are less risk prone to start getting into the chronic conditions, the high blood pressure, the heart disease, all of those things that could shorten our lives. That has been reduced just through the wellness program and everybody's participation in it.
Even with the financial incentives for employees, the City of Irving projects the program will save money, about $700,000 a year.
As they become healthier, the potential for their health cost declines.
The city believes the results will get even better as more employees get involved.
It says the city cares about you and that they're trying to look after you and they're just giving you the opportunity to do it.
Through the iWin program, the city offers forums to educate employees on managing stress, healthy eating, and other topics. The iWin program is one of the reasons the city of Irving just received 3 awards from the American Heart Association. The city's strategic resources team accepted the awards at a breakfast at Blue Cross Blue Shield in Richardson. The honors recognize the city's health and wellness initiatives In addition, budget specialist Maria Williams, whom you saw in that last story, was recognized for all the progress she has made. Time now for our Pets of the Week. Here's Natalia Moravi at the Animal Care Campus.
Hi, I'm Natalia with the Irving Animal Care Campus, here to bring you this week's Pets of the Week. First up, we have Marlin. Marlin is a shepherd mix, and he's about 2 months old. Just like any puppy, he loves his playtime, and I know he'll bring joy to any family that welcomes him. If you're looking for a puppy just like him, please come check him out. He'll be here waiting just for you. This beautiful girl is Ashley. Ashley is a Chihuahua, and she's about 9 months old. She came in with another Chihuahua who has since been adopted, so she's here looking for her new forever home. She might be the perfect fit for your family. This handsome pair is Roscoe and Samson. They are Bengal mixes and are both about 4 months old. They came from the same litter, and as long as they have their bellies rubbed, they are as happy as can be. Please come check them out, and you might end up adopting one or maybe even both. If you come into the shelter and don't find one of the animals featured on today's show, don't worry, because we do have new arrivals coming in each day. You're bound to find the right one just for you.
Cute kitties there. Thanks, Natalia. You can find the Animal Care Campus at 4140 Valley View Lane. It is open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 a.m. until 6 p.m. And don't forget, you can get previews of upcoming shows and learn about other city events. Follow the City of Irving on Facebook and Twitter to keep up with the latest. And that's it for this edition of City Source. We leave you this time with another look at the Irving Convention Center at Las Colinas in the final days before its opening. On our next show, we will have a full report on the first 2 events that will be held there, State of the City and Zest Fest. While we're on site, we also got a look at construction on the Dart Orange Line. Thanks to everyone who's a part of this edition of City Source, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.